What if you could be fully booked up with clients, help them do whatever they need to do to improve their lives and never have to go on a Zoom meeting at all? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. I'm Angela Wills of Living Lifestyle Freedom, and I have been coaching clients and customers for about 15 years now. So I want to share with you how I decided I did want to continue coaching with people, even as I've built my digital product business and continued to make more and more income from that business. I wanted to work one-on-one with people still. So I'm going to show you and talk to you in this video about how to do that. So if you don't know me yet, I am Angela Wills. I started my first business in 2002. I've been selling online for almost 23 years now. And in that time, I have done a lot of different things. I've offered a lot of different services. I have been a website designer, I've done affiliate marketing, I've done affiliate management, I've worked with clients one-on-one as a virtual assistant, and also I've been a coach, like I said, for about 15 years or so now. I've also taught other business owners how to do what I do. Now, currently, what I do is sell courses, mainly. I also have a small membership. I also do one-on-one coaching, and I have made over 1.2 million from mostly email marketing, selling digital offers. And that's over many, many years, but I have been very successful in creating a system where email marketing fuels almost my entire business. So that's what I coach people on. What I found as a mom of two is that I don't want to be on Zoom calls. I don't want to fill my calendar with all these call blocks. Not only does it take up a lot more time in, doing things that we might not need to do on a call, honestly. It's not action taking, so it's not getting results. So what I wanted to do was cut through that. And also it's like hard to switch from one client to another, from one kind of work to another. So I wanted a different way to do it. So email coaching, Voxer coaching, I would coach in Facebook groups. So finding ways to help people as a one-on-one client without actually having to get on a call, Zoom or the old school phone. I don't do that. So I call this coaching without calls. I have a full course on it, and I do have a 50% off offer that you can see in the description. But in this video, I'll explain to you how to do it. If you wanted to just jump right in and start doing this, you could do it right from this video. All right, let's get going. Okay, so first let's talk about what coaching without calls means. What it means is that we're just not doing calls. I mean, it's as simple as that. And you will get potentially clients who want to get on a call, who think that is where the value lies. But the value doesn't lie in the actual call itself. Like I said, for me, I find it can be a time waster because clients will often show up thinking that that's where the value is. It also makes people feel like they've done something because they've shown up to a call. But when you're looking to build an online business, it's not just about showing up and talking about it. It's about taking that action, getting that done. So what we want to do is encourage them into the action mode, right? So when we're coaching clients and we're not using calls, the onus is on them to take action, right? Because now they have to report back with what they're going to do. So the value does not decrease when you take away the calls. In my personal opinion, it increases. It goes up because now they get fast answers. They also have to take action in order to feel like they're actually doing something with that coaching. And you're able to, just get a lot more communication in. They can go back and forth multiple times in one day versus if they're waiting a week for a new call, or in some cases, people offer only a monthly call. If you're doing that kind of process, then your calls need to be action-based as well, of course. And certainly there are lots of successful examples of coaches who do calls. And if you love calls and you want to do calls, this is not the method for you. But I find I want to help people, I want to serve my clients, but I don't want to be on calls. And this works really, really well for me. So let's talk about the ways in which you can serve your clients without actually being on a phone call with them. What you can do is offer any means of communication. You want to be a good communicator in order to be able to do this, because you are going to have clients who maybe are not quite used to this method, likely they're not, and you'll want to be able to kind of just reach out and continually communicate really well with them so you can get the information you need to offer them the advice that they need. And there are many different ways you can do this. Like initially, I would just have started with email coaching. It has its advantages. Of course, everyone has email. If they're buying from you, they probably have email. And so that's something that's easy to get started with. So email coaching can be however you like it. It could be one email a day. It could be multiple emails over time, or, unlimited emails, right? So how you want to set that up is entirely up to you. What I do when I've done email coaching, it's unlimited, because people don't tend to email you all day, all the time. If that ever came up, I would probably adjust and adapt my coaching offer, right? But for the most part, email unlimited has worked extremely well for me. And then I did get creative a little bit, and I made myself a Facebook group at one point and put my one client in it. And I did this for multiple clients, but there was just me and the client in the Facebook group. So that was like a Facebook group coaching. And I now use Heartbeat instead of Facebook, which is a community platform. And I do have my one-on-one coaching clients inside of their own group, just me and that client inside of Heartbeat. So I still use this method to this day. And another form of coaching is Voxer. Voxer is an app. You can get it, I believe, on iPhone as well as Android. Because I have Heartbeat, there's an audio inside of there. There's also audio inside of Facebook. So it's really just an audio communication that you use between you and your coaching client. So those are some forms of ways you can serve your client without getting on a phone call. And finding the right clients for this is important, because you don't want someone to show up and have the expectation that they are going to get the same type of communication as they would on a call. Like, you don't want them to be begrudged about not getting calls, right? So if you are finding you're getting that kind of response, it's probably, you got to find the right people, because some people are just going to want calls, and those won't be your ideal coaching clients. But otherwise, you can also put in all kinds of systems in place to encourage them to communicate with you. Weekly check-ins, monthly check-ins, little prompt reminders. This kind of stuff can be automated depending on the system you're using, and that's a great way to help your clients communicate with you as well. And then you'll want to think about onboarding and how you set expectations of how that coaching is going to go. So here are 3 steps to having like a smooth process of onboarding and working with your clients. The first thing is the onboarding. I have a questionnaire that my coaching clients fill out, and they go through that. It's really helpful for them. It also provides this like immediate value upon sign up. And that's really important, because they're going to feel like, they're starting to get their money's worth already. So when my coaching clients fill out that coaching questionnaire, they start to look at their business from a different point of view. They start to look at the questions of like, how am I spending my time? What products do I offer? Who can I work with? Things like that are on the questionnaire that they maybe haven't thought about in a while or ever. So we're going to have them fill that out, and then they feel this immediate sense of, okay, this was really helpful. And that's a great way to start with a coaching client. So we go through that. Then I go through that, and then that starts the conversation. What do they need? Where do we go from here? And then with that, we're doing a weekly check-in that I schedule through my community system. And then what you want to do is continually do that, work on their goals, work through the progress of what they want to do, and then continually move forward with your coach and client, providing that support, providing that help. That can all be done without having to ever speak one-on-one. By the way, I also don't sell it through a call either. We don't need to do any discovery calls. That's all done through an online process that I do go into a lot more detail into my Coaching Without Calls course on how that happens. And I also give you templates as well. So other than not having to fill your calendar, what are the benefits to doing coaching this way? If I were looking to be a full-time coach and I knew that I wanted to have obviously a full roster of coaching clients, what I wouldn't want is to be tied to sitting at my desk all day and not having the freedom to get up and go do things when I need to do it. If you are having this kind of relationship with your coaching client where, they're sending a message, they don't need to get an immediate response. I respond fairly quickly within at least a couple of hours, but they know they're not getting an immediate response. We're not on call. So that gives you freedom to go do other things, to live your life and have that flexibility and freedom. And if you know me, I'm from Living Lifestyle Freedom. That's my main website, livinglifestylefreedom.com. And for me, it's all about having that flexibility of lifestyle, having that lifestyle freedom. So I don't build anything that doesn't give me the opportunity to have lifestyle freedom. So this is very much fits into that business model. Whereas if I had a lot of coaching clients, it is going to mean I have to be a certain place at a certain time, maybe weekly, and multiply that by 10 or 20 clients. That's going to be too much. Now, for me personally, I don't ever have more than 10 clients at any one point, but it is very scalable as well. That's the other part of this. Like you only have so many hours to schedule calls in every day. And if you fill that, you're just at the computer, at a call. If it's an hour per client, that's a lot of time, right? And you're limited on your time. You're obviously limited on your time when you coach without calls as well. Like you will get to a max. But for the most part, because you're serving clients so quickly, they're not needing an hour of your time every week. There will be weeks where many of your clients don't need any of your time at all, but they have that access to you. They have that convenience, but you can scale your coaching business with more clients because you're not on calls. So those are two additional really beneficial things that happen when you don't do calls when you're coaching. All right, so I hope these tips have been helpful for you. I do have a full course on this, and in the description, there is a link with coupon code applied to get a great deal, a great little discount on this offer. If you want to go into, a deeper dive into how to make this happen, I give you some templates. As I said, you can model some of what I've done successfully, and it will help you through the onboarding process, through like how do you get clients, what do you do to get this set up, and all of the details there. So if you're interested in that, just go ahead to find it in the description. And otherwise, if you start Coaching Without Calls, I would love to hear from you. If you've already been doing it, I'd love to hear how it works for you. And I will see you next time.